It's pretty intuitive. But we found that there's 4 foundational capacities that you got to work with in a practice, ongoing practice from the rest of your life. And this is whether you're an addict or not. Okay. And that's a big statement, but let's look at it. First of all, it's the body. Okay. You have to have a strong body. It means exercise, rigorous exercise, sweating and your body's pumping, bam, things change. Your brain chemistry in your body responds to that. So we want to become lifetime athletes. And in the beginning, if you haven't done that, it's like, oh, I can't do that. But with support and encouragement, we can get there soon. The second thing, we have to work the mind. Okay. We have to, intellectually, we have to learn about wisdom and read the great books, listen to the teachers, and give us an intellectual framework that will hold all this and that keeps evolving to meet, this really rapidly changing world that we live in. So that's the second part, the mind. The third part is the emotional practice, and that deals with your emotions moment to moment. It deals with your PTSD, your trauma from the past, which is often, in probably more cases than none, directly led to people using in the first place, trying to treat their trauma and the pain that they're going through, self-medicating. And it also deals with your shadow issues, because if you don't deal with that stuff, it's also another issue that will cause continued suffering and also relapse and death, etc. So, and part of the way that we deal that is using this technology, using the meditative tools. You find that you can really go down, and unlike traditional meditation, which sometimes can be a dissociative process, you can see this thing, but you're not really connecting. This technology, interesting enough, really grounds it in the body. And when I was going through my own healing process, I found that it was so somatic. This stuff I had to bracket the thoughts about the trauma, because sometimes it would keep me stuck, or say, no, don't look at this. It's too much. You'll get lost in it, or whatever. You deserved it, or blah, blah, blah. Okay, thank you for sharing. And it would come out through the body in very powerful somatic ways, both in the physical body and the subtle energetic body. And that's essential, because that frees you up. There's a lot of energy that is tied up, essential life energy is tied up in holding these things in the unconscious or in the dungeon, and they don't stay in the dungeon. They come out, and grow in the front yard in all kinds of creepy ways. They can somatically get you sick with cancer and heart disease and blah, blah, stress-related stuff.
Go to KilobyCenter.com, Radical Recovery Summit, to see the full schedule of speakers and to register to watch these free online September 23rd and 24th in the Radical Recovery Summit 2017.